Hi, Marty from Phoenix Marine here again. Just an update on section B1, which is where the main stair hatch comes through. So removed all the rotten plywood out the sides and got the thermalite bonded in. So that's the thermalite bonded into the fiberglass sides. That's nice and stiff now. And yesterday, cut out the foam core and fiberglass on the inner skin there, and ground all the glass up. And I've got the new contour foam bonded in. And what we do is we screed an epoxy resin mixed with the glue powder. We comb that on and then squash bond on the contour foam, which is it's a 60 kg foam. That's the contour cut, so it can form into the compound curves and things like that. You can press it in, and then the slits get filled up with epoxy glue resin on the top layer, and they have this scrim on the back, which is like a fiberglass mat, which just helps it hold together a bit. So yeah, so the job today is cutting out this next section of inner core. Now that the front section's a bit more stable, now I've got that bonded in, it holds its shape. So I'll move on to this next section, and I'll remove the fiberglass and the foam core. Really cut out this was the center bearer here, and on this one they used chipboard, which is like a pressed flooring material, and you can see by the inside of that, it is, again, it's just absolutely turned to wheat bix. That's the fibers, and then it's just completely rotted out, so that's no good. Get rid of that, chop it out. That'll get thermalite bonded in there. They have an extra piece running through here for the floor bearer, extra support for the opening that's over there. So just to sort of show you the lack of bonding between the inner fiberglass skin and the foam core, I've just run a multi-tool round with a blade and just run a cut through the fiberglass through here, and this is how it's coming up. This shouldn't come up this easily like that. That's how well bonded in it is, and you can see with the foam core is just this really soft, open cell. You can see the holes in it. It's just, I mean, the technology's changed from back in the late 60s to now 2023. The difference between these foam cores is just chalk and cheese. I mean, this stuff, 60 kg, you're struggling to press a indent into it, but with this one here, you can just push your thumb straight into it like that, and then I just go like this. You know, same pressure, chalk and cheese. You know, I mean, this contour foam here is it's just far superior. The end product is actually lighter, more rigid, and you can actually hear it in the laminate when you tap it. Once you've got the inner skin, once you've got the foam core in like that, look at that. That just popped out like that. That's water just sitting in the bottom there. I mean, that is just not even. That's not even stuck. I don't know the system. It looks as though they've just put a sort of a choppy and polyester resin sheet on there and just push the foam onto it, and it just hasn't even stuck. I just really don't know what these guys that were building these were doing. I mean, it was fairly new sort of stuff, I suppose, in the 60s, but now it's a hell of a lot better. Yeah, so you're going to end up with a far superior product in the end. This Futuro, it's going to end up way better than any of the other ones in the world, I'd say. It's going to be lighter, more rigid. The finish is just going to be so much better. When I just grab a corner like that, there you go. That's the inner skin. Comes off like that. Now that, no matter what, that should not pull off like that. That's just, the strength has been compromised really, really a lot. And then you've got all these areas here where there's just these weird discolorations going on. And yeah, so I'll rip all this foam out, rip all that structure out, grind up the whole inside. You know, I take the inside back, grind all the glass back to use big grinding discs and grind it back. Make sure it's dry, and do a screed of a comb of epoxy glue over the whole lot, and then squash bond on the new contour foam. And that's where it sort of ends up on the side there like that. So yeah, that is the process of removing the inner skin of the Futuro panels. And then the next stage is starting to glass with a double bias fiberglass. I do 2 layers on the inside and then lap it up 100 mils onto the thermalite sides. And that helps keep the shape. And then later on, once a whole lot's glassed, then I run some more tapes as well on the edges. So I'll go up 100 mils, and then I've got another DB tape that goes up, so it goes up 150, and then the next one 200. So you've got some staggered laps going up the sides. It ends up really nice and stiff and rigid and light. So yeah, that's where we're at today. A lot of hacking out and grinding fiberglass. Thanks.